Hmm. Hi, beautiful people. I hope you are having a wonderful day or a wonderful evening or a wonderful morning. This is Coach Maximum, Max Rosenkrantz. And today I want to talk to you about the relationship between gentleness and strength. Last night I had a really meaningful conversation where I had the insight that gentleness does not exist without strength. Gentleness is what happens when we exercise control and discernment over our power, over our strength. If we don't have any strength, then we can't be gentle. And this is important. Yeah, this is important, especially in relationship dynamics, especially in business relationship dynamics. Let me give you an example. Gentleness in the general contracting world or contracting in general is when a roofer knows that someone needs a full roof replacement and it's about to be winter and they've got a leak that's going to cause a bunch of damage to their house. And they use that information to lovingly help their client come to the conclusion that it's in their best interest to invest in a new roof, as opposed to using that information to proverbially turn the screws on their client. The outcome might be the same in those two situations, but the feeling that's left behind afterwards is going to be very different. By the way, if you're in need of a roofer and you're in Boulder County, I do have a friend who's a roofer, which is why that example came to mind. His name is Benjamin Burdick. I'll drop his contact info in the show notes. So gentleness is when we have strength, when we have leverage, when we have power in a situation, and we use it in a controlled and discerning manner. This turns out to actually be one of the most attractive qualities that we can have, whether that be in romantic relationship, business relationship, or friendship. This is how we get people to trust us. This is how trust grows between humans. And that's really what matters at the end of the day in my book, relationships, because the whole system is a web of relationships between different humans. Trust happens when we don't have to do something, but we do it anyway. Trust happens when we could use our power in a situation for our own means, but instead we use it for a mutually beneficial outcome. So there's two things to consider here, depending upon where you're at. The first is if you're not powerful, if you're not strong, whether that's physically, financially, relationally, you can't be gentle. So the first thing to work on there is developing your strength, developing your power, becoming more empowered. You don't have to be lifting 500 pounds to become physically strong. Maybe it's just going for a walk on a daily basis, cultivating some physical strength. And you also don't have to be a relationship counselor to be strong in relationships. Maybe it's just speaking something that's true for you from a compassionate place once a day. That's the first thing, is developing the strength. The second thing is developing the discernment and the care and the control of how to use that strength, how to use it in a loving way. And here's where it gets a little bit scary. In order to use it in a loving way, you have to put yourself in a position where you might possibly be able to use it in a not so loving way. If there's no choice, then you haven't really exercised discernment. What that means is putting yourself in situations with people where you'd like to serve them and you'd like to help them, and they might need your services. And there's nothing wrong with offering to help somebody who needs help. So, gentleness is only possible when you've cultivated strength, and it requires self-control, self-awareness, and discernment about what choices to make. That's what I've got for you today. Stay tuned for the next one. Find me online, coachmaximum.com, or here on YouTube at Coach Maximum. Love you all. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Take care.